Welcome to Kaleidoscope Toy and Miniature Australian Shepherds. Today we're working with Colby. She is an almost 3-year-old Australian Shepherd, and she was acquired as a rescue, and luckily she's not being treated as a rescue. She's being treated like a dog. She's getting the proper training that she needs. She's learning not to be leash reactive, and she's learning how to just be a good solid citizen. And today we're going to address some of her leash reactivity. And when you're taking your dog into what you think is going to be a stimulating situation, you've got to learn how to read your dog. See how this dog's ears are in neutral right now? They're at the side, they're a little bit back. She's just not worried about the environment. She's not looking all around. You know, she's perking up. See, now you can see she's a little aroused, her head's up a little bit, her ears are up. But what you don't want to do is advance into that stimulating environment with the dog in a high alert. So you have to learn how to read your dog. And if it's in high alert, you're gonna take a step back, you're gonna get that dog's attention, you're gonna get the ears back in neutral, and then you're gonna advance. So a lot of times people have a lot of trouble and they're failing at this because they haven't learned how to read their dog, and you have to stay relaxed. Both hands at your side. Loose, loose, not tight, not tight, not tight, because that goes straight down the leash, even if the leash is a little loose, and the dog is gonna say, oh, something's going on, and then the dog is it's just gonna feed onto itself. So you have to retrain yourself in order to retrain your dog. All we're using, this is just the kind of leash they use at the veterinary hospital. It's a slip lead. And will she stay here? Can you make her stay here? So what you do is get yourself a nice, soft, thin slip lead. And here's the ring. You're gonna put it through here like this. So when you're looking at it, it looks like a P. Okay, this would be a Q. From my angle, this would be a P. So I'm gonna take that P and I'm gonna put it over her head. And that means I need to be at her left side. Now I'm gonna raise this up right behind her ears so we don't choke her. It's going to be hitting these bones right under here. We're also going to keep it really loose unless we need to correct. And I'll show you what. This is a tight leash, this is a loose leash. Tight, loose. You don't want your leash hanging down like that. Otherwise the collar gets away from you. The slip part gets away from you. So we're keeping it high, but loose. Tight, loose, tight, loose. Always keeping it loose unless we need to correct. So what we're not doing with Colby is overworking her brain, setting her up to fail, throwing too much stuff at her, blowing her mind, making her mentally tired, making her irritable. We want her to have just a nice, easy training session. We've given her several breaks to just run around and sniff, and then back on the leash she goes for training. But you can't put this on your dog and then head out into all the things that used to cause your dog to flip out, because you're just going to set yourself and your dog up to fail. And you see the nice loose leash, right? Okay, so as soon as she saw him come down on the machine and she got into that heightened arousal, boom, that's when we shut that heightened arousal down. That's when we said, no, you really need to do what we're doing here. You need to follow the feel. You need to do what you're told to do, right? So then, right off the bat, she saw that, well, it's not concerning me. Because when you have a reactive dog, and I get it, you go out and it's like you're in a battlefield. Uh-oh, there comes with this. Uh-oh, there comes with that. Uh-oh, there's that house with the whatever. And you just start to your shoulders get up and you get like this and you get a hold of the dog. And then the dog's like, rah, 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 like that. And so it's all that addictive choreography, they call that. So it's like you're doing the same thing over and over and over. So basically, with a reactive dog like this, I'm just saying to the dog the whole time, walk when I walk, stop when I stop, keep 4 on the floor. and no barking. Okay, but she's not going to ever get to the barking, because as soon as the ears come up and the tail comes up, then we correct her, and then we go on, and we don't avoid, because if we avoid it, even if we've corrected her, you're still giving her relief from going into that situation. And so she never really knew what that situation was going to produce. She didn't know what the outcome of the situation was going to be. So with him, I just came up to him, but I let her know, we're just going to walk past him. And we're going to walk past him, and we're going to walk past him. And then when she just kind of forgot about him, then you walked up to him, and she was already desensitized to him, right? But it's our anticipation of what is about to happen that causes the dog to go ballistic. Alright, so with this high, she's already targeting onto that dog. Okay. See, as soon as she starts out, I'm gonna bounce her a little bit. She's already stalking that dog. So we're going to circle it a little bit. We're not going to go straight to it. Loose leash. That's a normal dog greeting. Normal dog. But I approached it the way a dog would approach. See, in nature, a dog shouldn't and wouldn't go straight. It would kind of come around, be polite. Like, I'm not coming for you.
Okay.
I just want to meet you. And that's why there's so much leash clashing, because people walk straight towards each other.
Yes.
Okay? So I said, okay, we'll just walk around like that. And then she came over and said, oh, hi, dog. Right? So I'll have you try it. Watch out for this dog. Right hand down. Let it relax. Let it swing. Let your shoulders down. No tension. Good. See, you're very tense. And so let her stop and smell it. Let her sniff. She's still not convinced that that dog isn't real. Very good. A little rude going to his face, but I'm glad you didn't correct her, because there was no ill intent. Very nice.
How much do I avoid the house that has the reactive lab in it when we're walking? I've been trying to get her to calm down and then walk by it, but we shouldn't.
And it doesn't work?
No.
How many times
She's
would you
still
say?
amped up.
How many times would you say that you've had like a failure there at that place?
At least 50, enough
Okay.
to tell the neighbor that I'm embarrassed I walk in front of their house so much.
But you've never really had a successful
No,
time
she's
there?
always in like high apprehension mode as
Okay.
we go by. She trots high with her tail held high, looking, pulling to see if he's out in the yard.
Barking?
Sometimes.
Okay. So that's called addictive choreography. Like, as soon as she sees the house and you see the house, it's the same dance. It's the same thing, and it's been done like 50 times. So what we're going to do is not go there anymore.
Okay.
For a good while, okay? And we're going to practice these little successes in, lower stimulus type of an environment. Okay. Just like we set it up with the fake dog, we set it up with the man.
Yes.
And I know that in life there's going to be things that pop out, but you don't want to go to a spot that 50 times she's failed there.
Yes.
You want to, if something's going on, you want it to be kind of new and novel so that you can correct her and teach her how she's supposed to be. And then over time, you'll be able to go where you had that addictive choreography and it will have faded away because you're not going to be tense, she's not going to be tense and all of that. Okay?
When we have people come to our home, she still will, even if we have her on a leash, she will be jumping and lunging and try to jump on them very enthusiastically. It's not aggressively, but we can't seem to stop that.
Well, the thing about it is this training that we're giving her with the reactivity, it's also just teaching her what? Walk when I what? Walk. Stop when I what?
Stop.
Stop. Keep what?
4 feet.
On the floor. Okay? So teaching her this reactivity is exactly the same as the jumping.
Okay.
When she's on a leash, because of the way you're training her right now, she's just going to do what she's supposed to do, and it's not going to matter whether it's jumping or lunging, barking, stalking. All of that stuff's going to go away because she's going to be too busy trying to give you what you want and do what you're teaching her to do. So you don't have to say, okay, well now we got to address the jumping. Okay, now we got to address the chickens. Okay, now we got to address the neighbor's dog. No, because this is going to fix it all. Okay, this is the fix. Walk when I walk, stop when I stop, keep 4 on the floor, fixes all of it. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.